My name is Anne. I was around 11 years old and I was playing hide and go seek at my grandma's house. And so I took off with one of my guy cousins. He began to fondle me.
My name is Juan Ortiz. As far as I can remember, I was abused from the age of 4 to 8.
My name is Shelly, and I was 11 years old and I was sexually abused by my brother.
I was molested by a woman and then 2 other men. One of those men was multiple times throughout that age frame of 4 to 8.
The abuse started by my brother spying on me, and it progressed into actual penetration while I was sleeping.
I froze and freaked out, and I remember hiding under my grandma's bed, pretending I was asleep so that maybe they would just all go away.
This abuse went on for about 2 years. When I finally got the courage to tell my mother about it, she accused me of lying and said that I was doing it to get attention.
12 years old, 13 years old, one of my friends say, "Oh, I dare you to go on that porch." So I go up to the porch. As I look in the door, the group of guys snatched me in the house and pulled me up the stairs, and at that point took turns using me like a rag doll, basically flipping me front and back. And I remember during that time hearing my friend Carol laughing on the porch. And at the end of it, I just walked down the stairs just really broken, and I just felt so dirty.
At the time and thereafter, I remember feeling a lot of guilt and shame, a lot of confusion. Didn't know what was going on, why this was happening, and there was something wrong with me. I literally thought there was something wrong with me growing up.
I was later, after that, re-victimized by my sister's boyfriend. I was 13 years old and he was 23 years old. He introduced me into the lifestyle of porn, and he also introduced me into strip clubs, and he convinced me to get into that lifestyle of an exotic dancer.
The way I coped with it in my teen years was I turned to violence. I sought approval and attention from gangs on the streets, and then eventually turned to drugs and alcohol. This helped me just deal with the despair that I felt at the time.
And at that point I was like, that's it, I'm just going to become what they think I am. And from that point on, I just became that promiscuous girl. I didn't care. I just voided myself of emotions and just allowed each guy just have sex with them, and didn't care about who he was, didn't care about his feelings, didn't even care about my own.
I had an abortion when I was 21. After that abortion, it took me to a very dark, depressed life, and I was just very unhappy. I didn't know who I was lost, and I tried to commit suicide.
Fast forward about almost 20 years, I'm suicidal, didn't want to live anymore, couldn't handle the man that I seen in the mirror. I just couldn't stand him. A lot of self-hatred. And then that's when hope came. Christ came into my life and gave me hope. He transformed me from the inside out. He began to dismantle the lies of the enemy.
I was told about Trees of Hope, so I signed up, and it was an amazing journey of healing that God took me through. I let go of so much hurt and anger, and I just felt like I finally had meaning in my life.
Dee invited me to hear her speak one day. She was talking to a single moms group, and I remember going in and she's like, yeah, I'm sharing my testimony, and all of a sudden she starts talking about sexual abuse, and I was like, okay, I think I need to leave. I don't want to hear this. And at the end of it, the Lord really put on my heart. He was like, you need this, Anne. You need to go through this. You need healing. When you actually see that you were set free, that you went from being a victim to a survivor to a thriver. And today, I can tell you, I walk out in thriving. It is not my fault.
I am not to blame. I will not be silent.
I will not be silent.
I will not be silent.
We won't be silent anymore.